Hello, good evening. Happy Monday, coders. How are you? No Monday blues today. I hope so. I did have it a little bit earlier, but tonight I am ready. I am ready. I'm so excited because I'm back on track. You know how much I love being here at group study with you all. So I want to say welcome to cardiovascular group study tonight for track 2. And if you don't know me yet, this is Miss Rochelle. And you and I are going to be solving some wonderful cardio scenarios tonight. And hopefully, we're going to learn something from here. On a time scenarios, our scenarios are going to be 2.5 minutes. If you need more time, you can tell us and maybe we can give you a few more time. But let's practice on staying on that 2.5 minutes because that's really what you have on your CPC exam. And we're really going to be practicing you on your time management here. So let me know if you're ready before I move on. Shake, shake, shake. Wakey, wakey. It's okay. I know. Yeah, definitely for some of you, the new ones here, it's really normal. You won't be able to put in all of your keywords in time, but just like I said, really, you are here to practice. So we are just gonna get you, by the maybe the second round, the third round of these tracks, you will find yourself very efficient with those keywords already. Just don't add too many keywords. That's just the key. Only the keywords that applies, okay? All right, I'm talking and talking here. I know we need to get to work, so let's go and get started. And here we go with our first scenario. I think you might need your ICD-10 first. I would like to start with a code lookup for ICD-10. So here we go. And Miss Al,
Yes,
would you do us
ma'am.
the favor of reading this first scenario, please? And
Uh,
let's give them 3 minutes for this one.
Okay, it'd be my pleasure.
Thank
All
you.
right, coders. The patient has a history of unstable angina, hypertension, and chronic systolic heart failure. He is seen in the ED after prolonged chest pain that was not relieved by medication. Cardiac enzymes are elevated, and EKG show anterior infarct. A decision was made to perform a cardiac catheterization and coronary angiography. Left heart catheterization was performed in order to perform a left ventricular, oh, let me say this again, I'm sorry, get a left ventriculogram. He tolerated the procedure well and will be discharged. His final diagnosis is chronic systolic heart failure and hypertension. The two conditions are unrelated. What ICD-10 CM code or codes is are reported, and coders, you have 3 minutes beginning right now. All right, coders, your time is up. Should I give them a little more time, Miss Rochelle?
Yes, please. Can we do another minute, Miss Al?
Yes, ma'am. All right, coders, your minute beginning right now.
Thank you, Miss Al.
All right, coders, your time is up.
Thank you so much, Miss Al. That was really worth the time because now I'm seeing some great answers here. And you may not have the perfect sequencing, the perfect, answer, but just by looking at this here in the chat, I know you guys know the guideline for this. And that is just so amazing to me. Very impressive. Great job. I know Wayne got it. Great job, Wayne. Pearly. I know you got it too, Tina. So let's see here. So think this is what we got. So the answer is going to be I-50.22 and I-10. See, you guys are pretty close there. And only the sequencing, but I am so happy. So let's go find out how did we arrive to these answers. So we have our keywords. We have a history, unstable angina or angina, hypertension, chronic systolic heart failure. You have chest pain, not relieved by medication, EKG, anterior infarct, left heart catheterization, left ventriculogram. And here is where it matters to all of us is that the final diagnosis given is chronic systolic heart failure and hypertension. And here is the deal breaker. Two conditions are unrelated. And like I said, you are really good in this one because you got that it's unrelated. And remember, we have that, we always go on and on with it back in your part 2 ICD 10 CM that when you're coding for, a heart condition, and here's the guideline I'm talking about, the hypertension with heart disease or hypertensive heart disease, usually the doctor doesn't even link them together to be coded. There's actually a code category for that. That's I-11 coded for hypertensive heart disease usually, but then because hypertension in a setting of a heart disease is usually coded together. But the thing is, because of this one word here, what is that word again in your keyword? That kind of alters this golden rule. Oh, I'm hoping that I'm showing my screen. Okay. Are you guys seeing my screen? Can you hear me? Okay, there you go. Yes, that's it. Unrelated. Great job, Hurley. So if you notice the unrelated there, that changes this guideline because with that being emphasized there, it means that you cannot code them together now because the doctor indicates that it's unrelated. Okay. So when we go back to our guideline here, it's telling us that unless the documentation clearly states the conditions are unrelated, you are going to be coding it as separate. Basically, is what's telling you here. So, with that being said, pardon me, I don't think I changed that that page number there, but it should be in your guideline. Okay, so like I said, since this is unrelated as documented, so we're gonna have to code them separately. So what we're gonna do is code it first of all, the main term. Which one would we look for first? Yes, I will put the answers all together, Helen. I'm even gonna give you the coding path. So here we go. So which one would you be coding first? Yes, I like this. The main term, Kim. Anyone else? Where did you start first? Okay, Wayne, I like that. So we're going to start with failure. And that failure there will lead us to the rest of our keywords. So we have failure, go down to where it says left ventricular, right? And then going down to systolic, because that is given there too. And then and then when you come in here, whenever you see that, directions C, failure, heart systolic, you're gonna have to reference that and go there, which is now we are here, chronic congestive, and we're given the default code of I50.22, which would be, and here is your coding path, by the way. I'll give you a moment to screenshot it. And let's move on. Confirm that in our tabular list. Here it is, I50.2. Some of you stop there, but always a good habit to always reference to that red box there. It's telling you that you need 5 digits to code this. And that I50.2 does not fulfill that yet. So you're going to have to go down, identify, the specific type of systolic congestive heart failure that you're going to be coding for. So we were looking for what? So see here, this one is unspecified. You have your acute, and chronic. So let me know, which one would you choose? Because I want to walk through this with everyone. Good job, Pearly. Anyone else? So I want to see, and I want you to get in the habit of always referencing to that red box. Yes, great job, Kim. Haji, good. So now we're here. So pick out that 150.22. Now that's 5 digits, right? And this is going to be your code because this is for chronic systolic congestive heart failure. Now, the next thing we're going to have to code is, of course, remember your hypertension. If you memorize it, it's your I10. And that's going to be your second code because your this heart failure is going to be a little bit more complex, and that should be coded first, and then your hypertension. And if you take a notice, this really not a guideline that's indicating that you have to code it first, because if you can see, there's really nothing here for I10, but just for the sake of however it's going to be showing up in your answer, most likely the failure is going to go first and I10 will be next. All right. Any questions? And let me know if you have your screenshot, and then we're going to move on to our CPT coding. Any questions? You guys got this one? I think you all did a great job on this one. Nobody actually gave me a code from I11, which is what really is, my goal for this one to talk about. So that's good. So are you guys feeling good? Ready for some more? All right. Looks like you are. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to ask you, Miss Josie, if you can go right ahead and read this one for us, please.
Sure. Okay, coders, here we start with the answers first. A is 35122, B 35102, C 35111, and D 35132. Kenny, a 27-year-old male, is in the ER with complaints of severe chest pains. While filling out paperwork, he suddenly falls face flat on the floor. The ER physician rushes to him and yells for a crash cart and proceeds to start taking his vital signs. A nurse picked up his paperwork and let the physician know he has a history of aortic abdominal aneurysms. After doing tests, the physician indicated that the aneurysm is not ruptured, but the patient needs to be taken in for an emergency surgery. A direct repair of the common iliac was performed, and a graft insertion was done with patch. The procedure went well. Code for the procedure. We have your time as 2.5 minutes, coders, and you may begin. Okay, coders, that was time, and it looks like everyone did real well on this one, Miss Rochelle.
Yes, they did. I am just so impressed right now. This is amazing. Great job. And I'm seeing some keywords coming through. I know you guys are, getting used to it. Just try, okay? Because we really love to see those keywords. And Carla, I really like your keywords. Wayne, Tina, great keywords. Kim, great keywords. And you all arrived to the right answer. So really, those keywords drive you to the correct answer. Great job, coders. And yes, so the answer here is going to be B. And here's why. So we have 27-year-old. We have ER, chest, severe chest pains. We have a history of aortic abdominal aneurysms. And today, on this encounter, there was a direct repair of a common iliac, graft insertion, and there's a mention of a patch. So those are the things that we need to code, right? And here we go. Let's take a look. So if you notice that this long family here under direct repair of aneurysm, there are several types of them that you really have to pay attention to the details in your scenario. Okay, so that's where your keyword's going to come in. If you can see, there's really not much parenthetical guidelines in between. So it's all about your keywords and being forensic. And if you chant this, absolutely is going to help you out. So let's take a look, okay? So first thing, we know that we are dealing with a direct repair here of an aneurysm, which is good. Where is it located, or where is that repair done? We have common iliac, and I'm seeing those in your keywords coming through, so that's good. So let's take a look. So 35001, that's your parent code. That is your direct repair of aneurysm. Also, pseudoaneurysm is coded here, or excision, either partial, total, and graft insertion. So looks like this includes graft insertion. There was a graft insertion mentioned there. With or without patch, there was some patch mentioned. So that's good. It means that this parent code includes our direct repair, the graft insertion, and the patch. All we need to do is make sure that we are coding, what type of aneurysm and where on the body, right? Following along? Okay, so that would lead us to your first code here. Let's take a look at 35102. All those from the parent code we carry over. This is for aneurysm, pseudoaneurysm, and associated occlusive disease, abdominal aorta. And if you are wondering, hey, what includes in your what is included in your abdominal aorta? What does that pertain to? And the good thing is it's actually given here. So abdominal aorta involving your iliac vessels. Remember that it was it mentioned common iliac, and you can see your common there, common iliac. So this is looking good, looking good. I think you all are correct on this one. So let's just go over this fast. The rest of them, 35111. This is for aneurysm, but this is wrong location. This is for splenic artery. So we eliminated that. 35122. This is coding for all these hepatic celiac renal, but this is for ruptured aneurysm. Remember, the documentation indicates that it was not ruptured. So that rupture there kind of makes it wrong. And 35132 also for ruptured aneurysm, even though it's for iliac artery common there. Again, ruptured aneurysm, so that eliminates that as well. So y'all are correct. So B is the correct answer. Woohoo! How do you guys feel? Think that's a a really good, a feel good scenario, I think. I like this scenario. So let's keep going. Let's see. So we have another one coming up. And would you like to read this one, Miss Al?
Am.
Thank
All right,
you.
coders. The answers are A, 33244, 33220, modifier 51, 33264, modifier 51, 33223, modifier 59. B, 33243, 33202, modifier 51, 33263, modifier 51, 33223, modifier 59. C, 33241, 33230, modifier 51, 33263, modifier 51, 33223, modifier 59. D, 33244, 33202, modifier 51, 33264, modifier 51, 33223, modifier 59. Due to infections From hemodialysis, the physician replaces a dual chamber implantable defibrillator system with a motor lead system with an epicardial lead and a transvenous dual chamber lead defibrillator system. The original dual leads are extracted transvenously. The generator pocket is relocated. What CPT codes are reported? And coders, you have 2.5 minutes beginning right now. Miss Rochelle, you think I should give them maybe another minute or so?
Yes, I think so, Miss Al. Let's do it. They've been good so far. So I'll give them a minute, please.
All right. The minute
Thank
starts
you.
now, coders. All right, coders, your minute is up.
Okay, thank you, Miss Al. I think we can take it from here. Great job, Tiffany, Haji, Carla, Pearly. You're doing great tonight, Pearly. Awesome. Here, I'm seeing some keywords coming through as well. I love seeing them. Hi, Dolores. You got it. Great job. So, how do you feel about this one? If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry, okay? I actually kind of like, oh no. But you know what? I'm just going to give it to you tonight since you are going to be rounding off, going back to this track in like a month anyway. So let's just try and solve it and learn from tonight's scenarios, okay? Please don't get discouraged if you don't get it the first time because that's how it's always is. It's always better if we get to learn something from it. So just keep trying, and I promise you that I'll walk with you through all these codes together. Okay? So go right ahead, take a stab at it if you haven't done so yet while I go over our keywords. I do have to show you that the answer is going to be D. So for those of you who answered correctly, wow, as Mr. J would say, outstanding. So we have our keywords here: infections, hemodialysis, replaces, dual chamber, defibrillator system, multi-lead, epicardial lead, transvenous dual, and then we have a defibrillator system. And the original was dual leads extracted transvenously. And another thing that we have to pay attention to is a generator generator pocket that has been relocated. Okay, so coders, that's okay, Kim. If you are turned between both A and D, then you are already in the right lead. So let's go over this together now. So I highly suggest that when you code this section, you really follow your FTR on this one. Just ask your questions on those. Ask yourself those questions. So the what? So what are we coding here? Before I show you mine, because I like to tabulate all of my important keywords. So what are we coding here? Just want to make sure that everyone is following along. Tell me in the chat, and then I'll show you how I tabulated my keywords. Actually, I have a keyword out of my keyword. So the what should be, you have to identify, was it a pacemaker, defibrillator system? Was it just a battery lead system, or was it leadless? Yes, great job, Cheryl. It is a system here because it's mentioning a system. And if you take a look closer, when you go over your keywords, it involves the lead and it also involves uh, lead system, meaning it is a complete package. Remember, you have your leads and then you have your generator. Okay, good, Kim. Good lead. So how are they implanted? Wait, type. So there's no mention of a temporary, so automatically the default is that this is permanent. How are they implanted? Did you guys recognize the implantation, the type? How was it approached? Let me know in the chat because I think that one is very important. There was actually two here. Okay, transvenous. Yes, that's good. Actually, just one. I don't know why I said two. Yes, so good. If you had that at the back of your mind when you're coding this, then that's good. It is, in fact, transvenously. And also, you have also your epicardial. That's where there's two. So actually, if you take a look, sorry about that. So the first, when they removed, because remember, this is a replacement. Okay, so when you do a replacement, first thing the surgeon or the doctor would do is to take out those previous leads or the system first, and they were extracted transvenously. However, when they put it back, one is epicardial and one is the dual. Okay, and because this is a multi-lead system, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit. Just giving you a heads up on that one. So, do you have any questions so far? So if you remember those, your keywords here, epicardial, thoracotomy, transvenous, then you have to pay attention to them, okay? All right, so I'm going to get moving. Again, one more is that the number of leads. So the old one was dual, but then it was replaced by a multi-lead system, okay? And then finally, and I want you to answer this. So what about that general pocket relocation? Are we going to code it or is it going to be bundled? Just tell me coded or bundled. Tell me in the chat. All right. Great, great. I like the answer, Kim. So remember, for skin pocket creations and revisions, those are the ones that are bundled. But this one is relocated. That means it has to be coded separate. And if you take a note of that one, then actually that's going to be a good advantage for you as well. So see how neat it is, how cool it is. If you just went by those FTR, then you would know that this is what we need. So we know that defibrillator, that's what we're coding permanent. We have the replacement from the old transvenous 2 leads, and then it was taken out transvenously and then replaced by 2 transvenous and 1 epicardial lead. And then we have to code for the skin pocket. So we just kind of summarized it there. That's how I like to do it. If you're gonna just want to code it from here, that's fine too, since you already highlighted them. So let's go ahead and take a look, okay? So first thing that we have to do here, like I said, is we're gonna have to code the most complex procedure, which would be the extraction first, the removal. So looking at your answer choices, the first code there, has to be 33244 or 33243 or 33244 because we're going to have to be focusing on those. And 2 of them on A and D actually share the same answer. So what do you say? Let's take a look at them. So here's the code. So removal of single or dual chamber implantable defibrillator electrodes. This is just talking about electrode. Again, how was it extracted? I'm asking you that again because not everyone actually answered the first time. So how was that leech extracted? Tell me in the chat. I just need one person just to confirm that because I think good, Kim. Thank you, Kim. So the extraction was transvenous, so you will have to code it as transvenous. So between the 2 of them, one here is coding the removal as thoracotomy, and 33244 is coding it by transvenous extraction. So with that information that you had there, following your FTR, you would have eliminated B because this is by thoracotomy there. And also 33241, this is removal of implantable defibrillator post generator only. That is coding for the generator only. Look here, the dual leads were extracted transvenously, not the generator. So you can also eliminate C. Plus, there's a DNC, do not report together there too, meaning you're going to code this along with that lead there because again, we're coding only just lead. But so are you guys following along? Since that do not DNC there is a done deal. Cannot even argue with that. That is wrong. So BNC is now eliminated. See that? So you kind of simplified it now. You don't have to look through all these codes here. You're just going to have to focus. And the next code actually is 33220, which is, the next thing we're going to have to take a look at. Okay? Following along. I'm taking a little bit of a baby steps here. So now that we have that, let's go right ahead. So determine which 2 applies. So this one is actually going to be focusing on here. So now we're going to be looking at that 33220, and that is a repair. So I'm going to ask you, did we had any repair here? There was no mention of a repair. It is a replacement procedure, right? Yes, wait, no. So now that you have it here, you can definitely eliminate that too. And even here, you can already establish your answer, and all you need to do is just confirm the rest of the code. So see how easy that is by not having to go through all these codes. And of course, pay attention to those parenthetical guidelines, okay? So just to confirm to you and go over the rest of the codes with you, that 33202 with modifier 51, that is coding now. Since we already took out the old transvenous leads, we are now inserting the epicardial electrode, okay? So there was the old one, 2 leads. This one is the electrode, the first one, because they did it via epicardially. So, oops, sorry. So this is going to be the one lead, okay? Since this is a multi-lead. So we are going to be coding that here. We're going to give that code for 33202. And then the rest of it, this is multi-lead. Removal of implantable defibrillator generator. This is talking about the generator. Plus, if you take a look at that code, 33264, this generator includes your multi-lead system. So meaning the generator bundles up your lead. So this is a multi-lead system. One is epicardial. We already coded that. This is covering or coding for the multi-lead and the generator itself. So altogether, you now have a complete system. Are you guys following along? And really, you have to really read through this, because if it says do not report, that's going to be a deal breaker. But here, so far, we're good to go. And I think we have coded our system. Following along. And after that, remember the one thing that we needed, that coding for that relocation of that. Oh, sorry about that. I already eliminated that, so I don't even need that. 33223. That's going to be your relocation of the skin pocket, okay? And that completes your code. So your answer is D. In our survey at the end of the class, but I just want to take this moment to thank you, coders, again for coding with us. I really enjoyed you.